This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, y'all. Listen, man. This is the 31 reason on why Errol the True Spence will what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. Here's the thing. We hear the reports about Shawn Constipated Porter, you know what I'm saying, sparring with the likes of Demetrius Andrade, right? Here's my take on it. Hear me and hear me well. Listen, man. Nothing's going to prepare you for tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style, man. Nothing's gonna prep you for that. Not Demetrius Andrade, not Boo Boo. Listen, man. The guy doesn't even have a grown-up fighting name yet. He doesn't even sound like a grown-up. His nickname, his boxing nickname, sounds like some childish antics. It sounds like a kid. It sounds like a kid that hasn't grown up yet. Boo Boo. Listen to him, his goofball self. Listen, man. This goofball's not going to prepare you for Errol the True Spence. He's not a special fighter. See, now, if I was hearing that you were sparring with the likes of Jamal Charlo, right? Which, that's a real hard hitter, by the way. And that's somebody that could really crack, right? And you was really going into what we call sparring wars. Not this take it easy sparring shit. Then I would take you serious. Because the Charlos in Texas, they known for that. Errol the True Spence in Texas is known for that. Those H-Town boys and that D-Town dude right there, Errol the True Spence from Dallas, and them boys from Houston, they go hard, man. They go in what we call sparring wars. It's iron sharpens iron. You've heard Errol the True Spence mention that. Iron sharpens iron. You're not doing this iron sharpen iron thing. I seen you spar. You do light work shit. First of all, Demetrius Andrade is not going to go full bore with your ass. Let me say that again. Demetrius Andrade is not going to go full bore with your ass. And the reason why he's not going to go full bore with you is because he is a middleweight champion well within his own right. So if he goes full bore with you, he risks himself getting injured in sparring, and that's not going to happen. You actually picked the wrong sparring partner. You pick somebody that's in contention. You got to pick a sparring partner that's a real good opponent, that's not going to be in contention, or someone that's built for it tough. Errol the True Spence is built for it tough. Those Charlos are built for it tough. You know what I'm saying? They built for that shit. Demetrius Andrade ain't built for that shit. I seen Demetrius Andrade spar. His sparring sessions look crappy as fuck. They look suspect. They don't look like he's going full bore. He's usually going by 40, 50, or 60. You're talking about you prepping yourself for Errol the True Spence that goes 100. Manny Pacquiao in his heyday used to go 100 in sparring. Now, I could respect that if that was the person you were talking about sparring, but that's Manny Pacquiao in his prime, not the older Manny Pacquiao. They got to put, you know what I'm saying, all of those blue ointments on his joints and his knees and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the geriatric version of Manny Pacquiao, which is AARP retirement Pac-Man style. You're not sparring a guy like that. You got to spar these guys that, you know what I'm saying, are pretty much journeymen, that got nothing to lose, that's really trying to prove themselves. Or you got to spar guys that are in contention. They don't got a title, but they hungry and they want to make noise and they want people to know that they gave you that work in sparring. Those are the people that you spar. Not Demetrius Andrade. That's not going to help you. Because Demetrius Andrade is not going to go 100%. Not for you. Not at the risk of risking himself. Because we know that you're a smotherer. We know that you're a dirty ass fighter. So you could risk hurting him in sparring. See, I'm not worried about Demetrius Andrade because he's not the special fighter that Errol the True Spence is, for reason number one. But reason number two, he's not going to go 100% with your ass because you might throw a headbutt in sparring. You might get rough and dirty with his ass, and he don't want that. So that's the wrong sparring partner to use, man. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Shawn Porter and I think Kenny Porter, they need to call me up so that I can give them advice. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy named Rob Brandt. If you want to use somebody that has some size, you know what I'm saying, and that's trying to show you that they're going to go for war, Rob Brandt is a fighter that's been known to go to sparring wars with other fighters. That's a guy that you call up. You don't call up no damn Demetrius Andrade. Not a guy that's in contention. I mean, come on. That's about the dumbest thing I've heard. And Errol the True Spence, it don't matter if you spar Demetrius Andrade. This man is sparring light heavies, dog. He keep the same rotation. A light heavy, two middleweights, you know what I'm saying? And he keep his boy Tom. That's the smallest dude he fight, man. Thomas. That's his same rotation. He don't need to change shit with your ass. You are not a fighter of that magnitude to where he has to switch things up. And he's still not going to switch things up because, like I said, he's leagues and shoulders above the competition. Demetrius Andrade is a very good fighter for middleweight, but he's not special. See, there's a difference between special fighters. There's a difference between very good fighters. And then there's a difference between what you are, a second tier fighter. So basically, you as a second tier fighter is fighting with a very good fighter. That's not going to prep you for Errol the True Spence. Because you got to understand, Demetrius Andrade's awkward. Errol Spence is not awkward. So how are you prepping for Errol Spence? Demetrius Andrade is a fighter whose punching output is not the greatest. Errol Spence shows you that he can punch over 1,000 punches if he has to. And even when he's not doing that, Errol Spence is relentless with his pressure. Demetrius Andrade doesn't fight with relentless pressure. See, you also have to take that into account. When you're bringing in guys that you're going to work with, you need to bring in guys that you know are going to give you relentless pressure. I don't know why you don't turn around and just spar somebody like you did as Ugas. He ain't got nothing to lose. He already done whooped your ass in a real fight. Now that would be a good sparring partner. Actually, that would help your ass out because he got some boxing ability and he could go toe to toe with your ass. Obviously, he would want your ass in the ring. He's not going to want you in sparring, but you get the point of what I'm trying to say. You go for people of that stock. That's what's going to help you because these people have boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? They could switch it up. They can go toe to toe if they have to. They can mix it up basically. And Dennis Ugas is the fighter who in amateurs, we know this, beat Errol Spence. Of course, it'll be a different story in the pros. But this is the point that I'm trying to say. Find people that have had success either in the past against Errol Spence, or find people that have a good degree of boxing skills that can put your ass under the temperature and that could expose you so your dad can yell at your ass in the sparring and tell you, hey, you need to work on this. Hey, you need to work on that. But if you getting your buddy Demetrius Andrade, he's going to take it light on you, man. Errol the True Spence is probably going full bore 100 to 120% with Jamel Charlo right now. Those guys bust each other up in sparring. You got to understand how these down south boys do it, man. From Texas to Florida to Georgia, you name it, man. These down south boys, the country boys, they go at it, man. They go ham. They don't got time to be sitting here and playing games. So it doesn't matter that you have Demetrius Andrade. That's not going to help you. And it's not going to take you to the levels that you think it's going to take you to. So, Shawn Porter, you get the biggest higgity hush of the fucking day. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.